Hi, grade fives. We are starting off our fun unit of inquiry all about simple machines and innovations. Now, it is our How the World Works unit, and typically in the school, it is a unit where there's tons of hands on work. Mrs. Pringle and I have collected many materials over the years that we've worked together to have many exploratory times to play around with ramps and nails and hammers with pieces of wood and play around with friction and levers. And unfortunately, with the situation we are currently in, we are unable to provide to you the lessons and inquiry in that sort of manner. So I just want you to know that this is not typically how this unit would run. And we do have readings still, as we wouldn't have in the class. So the first part of this unit is gathering in information and acquiring knowledge. And so you will have little readings to do and questions to answer. There are answer keys available for you to check the next day. Okay, so do the work, and then the next day you can go back and check over your answers that you have put down. Unfortunately, we cannot deliver our pulleys and pieces of wood that stay in our garages over the year to each of your houses. However, each day I have provided 2 optional activities that you can do. Now, a lot of them, you will be able to find those materials at your house. And so I encourage you to do them. As we go through our learning, the video lessons, the readings and questions are required, but these 2 optional activities are, well, optional. I would make them required, however, I cannot expect everybody to have those materials in their house. So if you don't worry, maybe just read it over. But the joy of this unit is being able to play around with different materials and whatnot. So this unit would do very well if you were able to talk with your parents and your family. And if you don't have the materials, just have a discussion about where you're finding these simple machines in your house. Later on in the unit, we're going to touch back on our action unit that we started way long ago back in September, and we worked through, I think, even a few times before spring break, and we will connect the 2 units together. So I am sorry that we cannot provide the same sort of experience that Mrs. Pringle and I would like to. We highly encourage you to play around with things. Like when we're talking about screws, like find different examples of screws in your house, your water bottle, the cap holding the soy sauce onto in your fridge. Those are all screws. And play around with how they make work easier. As we move into our last big unit of inquiry for the year, How the World Works, there are going to be 2 different ways for you to get the material you need and also complete it. So some of you have gone and picked up or were dropped off a hard copy of the readings and materials that you need. So you, if you have a hard copy, will go to the day plan as you usually do and watch the lesson if there is one, and then read and answer the questions here. When it says read and answer the questions here, that has the material that is the hard copy that is printed. So this is just the same. You would come, see what you need to do, and then the 2 options that I've talked about are also posted here. So you can click on them and complete them. So the hard copy, you still want to reference the day plan page and complete the work on the papers. And then again, if you want to print off your work, you can just come to the day plan and follow all of the instructions here as well. The other way that you can do this is by going on to your Teams and completing the assignment and getting the materials through Teams. It is exactly the same as the day plan, but the material you will be able to type into it. So when you go to assignment, and this one is called Simple Machines Inclined Planes, the instructions are here. You are going to watch the linked video. That's the same linked video in the day plan. You are to read inclined plane and type in your answers and read and fill in the answers for these two. So the inclined plane PowerPoint and the Word document are the same material. They're just combined into one here in a PDF format. So you have an option. If you are doing it on Teams, you can submit your work for Mrs. Pringle and I to review. And you can open them up in PowerPoint Online, and they are editable, as in you will be prompted to type in your work. So if I am online here in Inclined Planes, what I mean by you will type in your work is you'll be prompted to type in your answer right here. And you'll need to save your work, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's not blah, blah, blah. Save your work and upload it to Teams. And then again, the optional 2 items are also attached here. So it is exactly the same as accessing the day plan. The Teams option gives you the opportunity to upload for Mrs. Pringle and I to give you feedback, and it also offers the opportunity for you to work online or to get a downloadable copy. So if you want to type your work in here, you can open it in Teams or download it yourself, where you can read the material and then enter your response by typing it over my stuff. So you get to pick and choose what will work best for you. And the important part is that you are finding something that will make you the most successful and understand the material. It can be difficult to move on in the unit without a clear understanding of how the simple machines function and how they make work easier. So spend your time learning these so you can apply your knowledge in the future, and really do take a look at, even if you're unable to complete, the optional STEM and hands-on activities. This unit is meant to be exploratory. It's meant to have lots of fun playing around, and so I just encourage you to do the same at home or wherever you are learning.